High school football tonight. EP at Totino, first quarter. EP's Ryan Connolly, 11-yard pass. Nice catch by Dan Fisher, who does the rest for the touchdown. Eden Prairie up 7-0. A little bit later, Totino-Grace answers. Ben Mazenga taking it from the goal line. That's where his foot was. He's gone. 100 yards to the house for a kickoff return for a TD that ties the game up at 7, but Eden Prairie would prove to be too much tonight. Dan Fisher takes this one in from 4 yards out. Eden Prairie goes on to win 42-7. Skipper's Nick Rooney hands off to Jason Witherspoon, and watch this. Witherspoon gets close, but he needs some help from the big fellas. Push him in, guys. Minnetonka wins 38-0. Nick Rooney, 208. Passing 2 touchdowns in the game.
This Academy got its running game going early against Sibley. Senior Carter Vanasek got lost behind his offensive line, pretty much running untouched into the end zone for the Cadets. A bit later, sophomore Dan Gers followed up. Pretty simple fundamentals. Going in for a touchdown right here. St. Thomas Academy, the ref gets out of the way, goes on to a 31-0 win over Sibley. At Benilde-St. Margaret's tonight, the Red Knights on a roll. End of the first half, Jack Goldstein airs it out. He gets John Lager for a touchdown. 41-0 at the half. Benilde over St. Louis Park, the final 48-13. As always,
Irondale jumping out to a 14-0 lead. What a great touchdown run here by Arzell Miles. 79 yards on this touchdown. And the Knights, what a great spin move, are in front of South St. Paul. Both teams undefeated coming in, but back come the Packers. Curtis Felton, number 43. Watch what happens here. There's a fumble. Felton will pick it up, and he's gone. Touchdown, 72 yards. South St. Paul with the lead now at 20-14. A little bit later, special teams comes up big. Nick Jerhoff, off of this punt return, he will take it 55 yards for the touchdown, and the Packers win tonight 42-21 over Irondale. They're now 3-0 on the season. They get Matamidi on Friday night. Let's hear from the winners.
We got to play more football games like Irondale, our football teams like Irondale. They came out and we had a great week of preparation, but we didn't quite put together the first 2 quarters of football like I think we can at South St. Paul. The second half, we definitely kind of strung it together.
We knew we were going to face a really tough team, and we knew that they were a good team going into this game. And we knew we were just going to have to stick to the game plan and run the ball and run hard and play tough because they're a really tough team.
Game 7-3 was the score here, thanks to Sam Zenner's 75-yard touchdown for Egan to put them ahead. But then Lakeville South's Brennan Larson-Golsvik to Spencer Lindsay for the 10-yard touchdown here. Final again, 20-17. Lakeville South in a tackle cancer game.
Very colorful student section. That'll wake you up. Second quarter, 4th down for Eastview. They go for it. Quarterback Mark Dwyer with a great pass. Far side, Montrell Moore. Yeah, sweet. 10-7 Eastview at the half. Third quarter. Gregory Menard with the 3-yard touchdown run for the Panthers right up the middle. Lakeville North up 14-10. Next drive, Jemiah Newell. He breaks loose for 67 sweet yards. Lakeville comes back, scoring 26 points in the second half. They win at home, 33-10 over the Lightning.
Oh, Torrey Adams off the handoff, up the middle, and gone. 2 touchdowns here in the second half for him. And Hutchinson's now 3-0 on the year, beat Orono. Final score was 48-7. People wearing those shirts proudly. And over the dominant team tonight, what a great start they're having. Connor Wilkie to Chris Larson. Great play fake, 74 yards on the touchdown. They win big, 40-14 was the final. Tackle cancer night at Maple Grove tonight as they're hosting Elk River in another Northwest Suburban Conference game. And Tahi Nomain, 4 yards on the touchdown to put Maple Grove up 6-0. A little bit later, a big 76-yard interception. Jake Ingleton will take it for the touchdown. Oh, my goodness, that was just a messed up handoff. He's gone for the touchdown. 42-0 Maple Grove, winning big tonight in their game. They're undefeated. Matt Midkey to Connor Kittleson. 34 yards on the touchdown. Osseo wins. Are you ready for this final? 56-10.
Kickoff today in Blaine was at 5. The sun's still shining high. We take it to the second quarter. 10-zip. Blaine already in the lead. Osseo quarterback Matt Mickey with this touchdown. Sweet pass to Joshua Goldschmidt. 10-7 is the score. Later, Blaine's quarterback Alex Copa, thrown into double coverage. Never a good idea. It's picked up by Ryan Swenson. And then the Bengals would pay. Running back Jamin Hampton with the 20-yard touchdown run. Osseo scores 56 unanswered points. They beat Blaine 56-10.
West knocking on the door early, but a fumble is recovered by Owatonna's Andrew Stelter. He'll be a gopher in the future. Later in the first, Owatonna quarterback Ian Langberg with a perfect strike to Ty Sullivan. 40 yards for the score. Mankato West can air it out, too. Watch this one. The strong-armed Ryan Schlitzky to Will Clausen. 51-yard touchdown pass. They do it again in the second quarter, this time from 20 yards out. As you'd expect, this one came down to the wire. Owatonna kicker Carter McCauley nailed a 38-yard field goal with time expiring. Owatonna wins it 24-21. Farmington and Red Wing Tyler Van Winkle woke up the offense. Our name of the night to Matt Bassett. Simply hands the ball to the referee when he's done. I think he's been there before. Red Wing only scored once all night, but it was pretty. Isaac Toivonen to a big target. Ben Miller. That's a good-looking play. But that was it for the Wingers. Farmington 37, Red Wings 7.
De La Salle's on track this year, just like every year. Tonight against Concordia Academy, they flex their offensive muscle on the ground. We featured that young man, Chris Williams, 2 weeks ago. He is the real deal, and he has an athletic offensive line in front of him. What a combination. Put that all together, and you get the trifecta in the first half. 3 rushing touchdowns. The Islanders jumped to a 34-0 lead at the break, and then they cruised, winning 46-13 over Concordia. Tartan's Tim McCarthy rolls right and finds his big tight end, Jake Paulson, in the end zone. And then later coming up, it is Keenan Belafont off the left side. He's in for the score. It's a Tartan rout, ladies and gentlemen, 48-6 the final.
And recovers for the touchdown. After he had taken it in, he kind of drops the ball, but picks it back up and recovers it for the touchdown. St. Michael, however, Jason Greenwald hands it off to Chris Cardis. He will score on an 8-yard touchdown run for the Knights, and they led 14-7, and they win this game. Final score, St. Michael over Monticello 14-7. Justin Arnold keeps it for the touchdown. Chaska winning right now 27-6. They win 35-18. One other highlight, Minnehaha Academy and St. Anthony. Tackle cancer night for these two teams, and Minnehaha Academy winning the game tonight over St. Anthony 20-12. Jamal Pickering to Jonathan Webb. Long touchdown pass, 64 yards. And we'll see this, and we'll go right to the commercial break. We're out of time. Here's against the Zephyrs, Kellen Campbell, 3-yard touchdown. Matamidi in front early. South St. Paul's Jaden Bjorklund. Handoff up the middle, gone. 67 yards on the touchdown, and the Packers tie the game at 7-7. Second quarter, another big play. Billy Brandecker to Christian Run. 71 yards on the touchdown. South St. Paul wins tonight 28-14 over Matamidi. Cadets and Pioneers, and Mario Bugnano takes the handoff for the Cadets off the pitch. He's gone. 64 yards for the touchdown to put him in front early. Final in this one as we go to the scoreboard, 27-7.
The Park Wolfpack visiting East Ridge. First play of the game, Seth Green fakes the pitch, then airs it out to Xavier Cole. He gets knocked out of bounds after a 43-yard gain. And then to end the drive, it's fullback Austin Camrath. The short touchdown run. Yeah, it makes it look easy.
And it never really stopped. Noah Pittman here to Xavier Cole. That was the way it went for about 4 quarters. They are still unbeaten. East Ridge rolls 55-20.
The Minnetonka Skippers stormed the field tonight, hosting Hopkins for homecoming. Early on, it's Nick Rooney to Braden Sykes for the score. This one was all Minnetonka. Later, it's Jason Witherspoon with the short run off the left side. It is a happy homecoming for the unbeaten Minnetonka Skippers. Irondale at Simley turn him loose. Him is Victor James, and when he gets past the line of scrimmage, you have lost contain, and it is too late. James to the end zone as they take a 20-0 lead. And oh yeah, they play some defense too. Check out the line of scrimmage, point of attack. Irondale beats Simley 20-7.
Remember, the Hornets beat Eden Prairie last year. Not tonight. Mason Gleiger goes 73 yards on the touchdown run for the Eagles to take the lead 14-6. Edina did tie it. Eric Vieker to Ben Boone on this touchdown pass, but Eden Prairie wins at 37-20 was the final.
So the 9th-ranked Lakers were expecting nothing short of great this year, but the Lakers have been stumbling a bit lately. Rosemont scored first. Jackson Erdman to Demetri Williams. 23-yard TD pass there. Erdman have a pair of touchdown passes tonight. Prior Lake, well, they had a touchdown of their own. Nick Vanek to Blake Weber. That one's good for an 18-yard scoring play. But the Irish controlled the second half with 10 fourth-quarter points to hold on for a 24-13 win. 10th-ranked Rosemont now 3-1.
Raising money for cancer research and patient aid. Their quarterback is Alex Copa. He would be picked off on this play by Theo Freer, and he will run it in for the score. The Crimson on top early, 7-0. A little bit later, Carl Altenberg to Clark Winicky on the handoff, 49 yards on this. Find him. There he is on this touchdown run, and Maple Grove wins tonight 31-0 the final. How about this one? Cretin-Derham Hall goes to Moundsview and wins tonight. Brian Langford Johnson over the left side, touchdown for the Raiders, and they lead 7-0. A little bit later, second quarter, big to play here. Cretin's Ricardo Johnson picked off by Alec Abercrombie, goes 50 yards for the touchdown to tie the game. That was the only points of the night, though, for Moundsview. Cretin wins tonight 20-7, rebounding from that loss last week.
Not an empty seat to be found tonight in Belle Plaine. Scoreless in the second quarter. Chase Emmers on the punt block. Gets around. Punter doesn't even try for it. Emmers with the sack at the 1, and 2 plays later they give it to the offensive lineman Gavin Dewalter. He's in for 6, the first points of the game. Second half, 4th and goal for Belle Plaine. Just inches from the goal line. They give it to Dewalter again. He's in, and it's 12-0. To the fourth quarter we go. Jordan mounting a comeback. The reverse, then the halfback jump pass. Derek Karski to Jack Storley for the touchdown. We got a great game. It's 12-6. Jordan driving again late, but Zach Barr would come up with a huge sack to help put a stop to that. Belle Plaine wins 12-6. They're 4-0.
This was probably the biggest game of our season. It probably will be because it's our biggest rival. Nothing feels better than beating them.
Kids played with a lot of emotion. That's what we talked about all week, was just making sure they were excited to play the game, and they came out firing right away, and it was awesome defensive effort all night long. It was so fun to watch.
How about a Benilde-St. Margaret's? Nick Rathke to Darius Mulba. He'll go 46 yards on this touchdown down the sidelines in a wild football game to put Fridley on top 36-21. Keaton Studgerud, the quarterback for BSM, 44 yards on this TD run. When it was all over, 58-39, Fridley knocks off Benilde-St. Margaret's. Elijah Blunt, a nice run here for Cooper, sets up a touchdown by Levante Taylor, but it was all Spring Lake. They win tonight, 35-6 was the final in that one. Chanhassen tonight, here come the Storm. Quarterback Joe Rosberg, the Maxon Hutton touchdown strike, and Chanhassen winning tonight 31-0 over Northfield.
That's a way to catch on. Farmington unbeaten heading into tonight's game. New Prague led 3-0 in the half, thanks to this great interception by Kyle Rooker. Trojan defense looking for a big upset. Now you have to watch this upcoming play closely. Tigers looking to take the lead. Noah Carey is trapped. Now, how did that happen? Carey with the great touchdown run. That sent the Tigers on their way. 19-3 the final. Farmington stays unbeaten with the win over New Prague.
All right, here's a fun and always risky play. Woodbury trying the onside kick here against Roseville to open the second half. The problem, though, see that? That was Najee Brown. He anticipated, he saw it, he grabbed it, and he goes the other way for a touchdown. And it was that kind of night. Roseville Raiders roll over the Royals in this one, 48-7 the final. Yeah, Minneapolis North put on a show against Minneapolis Henry. This was an offensive juggernaut. Tyler Johnson to Malik Matthews. Nice touch right on the numbers. The Polars turned this into a city conference track meet. Johnson to Matthews again, ladies and gentlemen. 94 total points scored when the dust finally settled in this game. The scoreboard read an incredibly big number there. North 58, Henry 36.